That was very interesting. I feel like that shouldn't have happened. I don't know if there's any reward for doing all these, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And let's see. 3-star, 2-star. Which one was I working on? I'm actually gonna stop with that one because I would prefer to get my characters to upgrade a little bit more. And sadly, I kind of ran out of uh, easy 1-star missions because I did them all. Let's do Courier first, and then we'll do Assassin. For here? Stop. What I kind of liked about previous Courier missions and games that is not present here. And like Assassin's Creed 2, which was the first game where I actually had a Courier mission. I don't know why this isn't popping up. Assassin's Creed 2, the first game where you had a Courier mission. You actually, I'm gonna restart. You actually could read the letters that you were delivering. And it was also timed, so it made it kind of interesting. But you could actually read the letters you were delivering, which I thought was just so cool that not too many Assassin's Creed games since actually did. It's just really a shame that they just didn't do that since, because I think there were recurring missions in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood maybe, but I can't remember if they did the same thing with Assassin's Creed 2. But I also may be wrong about there being courier missions, and I don't think there actually was any courier missions or Revelations. And I think they actually made a comeback in I think they actually made a comeback in and why is this not popping up? I think they actually made a comeback in what's called Assassin's Creed 3, and then I'm pretty sure they just dropped out the face of the map world again. Why is this not popping up? It's East New York, right? That's over here. I may need to restart the game, just give it a full restart. Let me check my DNA tracker real quick. I also wanted to check this. It's still missing a bunch in the New York. But we actually have all the pegleg trinkets, so we can actually knock those out. I never actually did any of the pegleg missions, so that I'll be doing that for the first time soon. But wait a minute. I did. Did it not save? I don't think it's saved. I'm gonna have to go back into the underground because for some reason it didn't save. I definitely explored the underground game. I don't know why, since I'm at 84%, I found all the entrances. Hash up situations round 11 out of 11. What the heck? Is this glitched? If it's glitched, I'm about to be really pissed off right now. Please tell me it's not glitched. I'm at the beginning of sequence 9. I complete on Ah! The final fast travel point is inside Fort George and is unlocked near the beginning. Okay. Okay, so you are just playing around with me, I see. Basically trying to find out. Trying to find out where the oh, citizen missions. Here it is. I was looking everywhere for it. Yeah, I should have the courier mission unlocked. Why can't I access it? There's no possible reason for it to not work. And I appreciate the scared game for making me think that my file was glitched. But if you could give me access to this stupid mission, then I will be on my merry old way. East New York letters start mission. East New York is over here. I'm gonna restart the game because something strange is going on. Let me also just so it saves. Something strange is going on. This game. I say this for a lot of games. A lot of games I've played recently, not on this channel, but like in general. But there's a lot of games out there. Funny enough, most of them were published by Ubisoft. So that kind of goes to show you something. But a lot of the games I've played recently could have used a few more months in development to work out the kinks. This is one of those games I feel like that it's kind of released kind of buggy at times. And it could definitely have used some more love from Ubisoft, and I felt like it was kind of released prematurely. But it also seems like that Ubisoft is done updating this. So that's great. Although, honestly, thinking about it now, it seems like that Ubisoft is more likely to give more love to its main series games and not on remakes. Because Assassin's Creed Valhalla is still getting bug patches today. They haven't stopped updating that, and they're still releasing new content for that. They're still releasing bug patches for Far Cry 6. Just this game that could definitely use some bug patches has not actually been getting any bug patches. I'm not trying to be a complainer because I realize that there's some times where I just sound like I'm just kind of ranting and raving over nothing. But it's just, this is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, like easily top 3. And I feel like this version just doesn't do the game justice. Now you work, okay. All I needed was a full restart. I feel like that some people, like, as people watching me for the first time on YouTube who witnessed my complaining over and over and over again over the last sequence I did, where I assassinated Thomas Hickey, probably got tired of me bitching and moaning about the sequence and how much I hate it, but it's not so much that I hate the sequence, it's that I find it just kind of really annoying. And it also kind of triggers me a little bit, if I'm gonna be honest here. Like, there is some, in my honest opinion, like, in my honest opinion, prison sequences I feel like are overdone in games. And I feel like it's just kind of lazy for there to be a sequence for a character or protagonist of any game to be arrested in prison, and then you have to worry about breaking out. I feel like that's done a lot of times in games. But this, to be fair, this game is actually the first of its series of Assassin's Creed series to have a prison sequence. But it still kind of leaves a salty taste in my mouth, and it's just, there's really the first and the third mission that I've always had difficulties 100%ing. In fact, I actually 100%ed both of them for the first time that stream. And it was after like several freaking restarts. But I will say, from here on, I actually enjoy all the missions. It just kind of gets to be a little bit annoying at some points. Because there's several missions here, like in Pegleg's sequence. I honestly really hate playing. The mission. Oh, I still need to do that mission. God, I'll do that later. There was like the mission where you assassinate Pigcarn. I never 100%ed it, and I still haven't 100%ed it because I kind of got robbed of the 100%. Which is why I need to go back and play that, but I'll do that later. But yeah, I realized I was kind of. I realized I was kind of probably annoying people by how much I was complaining last stream, so apologies for that. Wait a minute. Oh, right. That's right. I didn't actually do a mission here. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't have enough for that. I'm just gonna alternate between characters. Alright, let's head to this objective. I actually may either after I do the pegleg missions or after this current sequence, I may farm out the privateer missions. Very possible I may do that. And it'll also get me a little bit prepared for when I eventually do Assassin's Creed 4. Because even though this the naval combat is actually improved greatly in Assassin's Creed 4, actually all of them. I was like it. I still will just get me back into the feel of it. I honestly didn't really like. Funnily enough, when I played first did the naval combat mission in Assassin's Creed 3, I honestly hated the idea of it, and that hatred just kind of persisted until Assassin's Creed 4, where I just refused to do any naval combat that wasn't necessary. And the only way I would upgrade my jackdaw was by raiding farms, warehouses for money. And it's because of that that I ended up getting my ship vastly under leveled that I actually couldn't complete a mission because of it. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh, here we go. I guess I just had to wait for the loading thing. I was about ready to restart the game. It wasn't actually until, believe it or not, Assassin's Creed Odyssey I actually started to like naval combat. I actually played through uh, Assassin's Creed 4 shortly after and actually embraced the naval combat. I actually got pretty far. But I still haven't been in that game, but I did 100% Assassin's Creed Rogue on the Xbox One. But yeah, more. I've been. Funny enough, it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey that kind of made me more open to naval combat because before then I actually hated the idea of it because it didn't really make sense to me why an assassin would be blowing up I thought were civilian or innocent ships. So I just refused to do that because of it. But naval combat is actually pretty good, so that's kind of my tirade on that. I'm actually kind of excited to do the privateer things because I never actually done them in this game. It's over here. Really? Okay. Before I started this stream, I actually kind of took a moment to look at all of the achievements for this game. I actually don't have that much achievements left for Assassin's Creed 3, the base game. But I do have quite a bit in Liberation and the Tyranny of King Washington. But we just have a couple of challenge achievements. Like, we have an achievement where I need to successfully deliver a convoy to Boston and New York. I also and the Frontier, which I honestly kind of failed the Frontier one because when I did it earlier, because it got attacked and I was didn't realize it wasn't under attack and it kind of got looted. But there's also a really easy achievement I could get, which I may end up doing when I go back to the Frontier, where I need to loot a convoy. Are you up top? I need to loot a convoy without killing anyone. You can do that just by doing melee. Okay, what is next? We have a really target on both sides of the map. Okay, well I can just run over. I'll just run over here and grab that one, and then I'll fast travel to here. Do that. Okay. I'm honestly making some pretty significant progress towards 1% in this game, even though it kind of feels like at times my progression is kind of slow. I mentioned this at the beginning at Skyrim stream, how I feel like that maybe about another 5 to 10 live streams before I finish up the base game of Skyrim. But I honestly feel like that it may be roughly about the same before I finish up the base game of Assassin's Creed 3. Because I really don't have that much left to do, objectively. We're actually somewhat close to finishing this up. To put it into perspective, this current sequence I'm on, we only have 4 missions. The next sequence has 3 missions. The one after that has 2, and that's the final sequence. So we could easily knock out all 3 of those sequences in one stream if I wanted to. Because I like to do all the side stuff, I was just kind of being pushed back some. But something else I will say, the next thing that I'm going to be doing once I finish up Assassin's Creed 3 is going to be moving on to the DLC, The Tyranny of King Washington. I never actually played the DLC for Assassin's Creed 3. And there's honestly a lot of Assassin's Creed DLCs I never played, like an example being Freedom Cry from Assassin's Creed 4. But I will say that once I finish this game, the DLC and the side game Liberation will be a completely blind experience. I have no idea what to expect with those games, but I do know Liberation has disguises that you can flip. There's actually achievements related to disguises. But I believe that the character you play as in Liberations is somewhat connected to Connor, if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay. But I'm really kind of excited to play those games because it'll be a completely new experience for me. I kind of hope that it won't be too difficult for me because the whole concept of disguises just kind of makes me a little bit worried that it may do something like, oh, you will get to synchronize if you are not wearing this disguise. Whoops. I can't help but feel like they're gonna do something like that. Let us head over here. We'll grab this delivery request, which you probably can't do. And we will also head over to Boston, because we have... Actually... Let's actually do the Benedict Arnold mission here. As well. I don't know what to expect with that. Hey, man. Oh no, that's leading me to the frontier. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I was wondering what the heck that achievement was. Was it Magna Cum Laude? Magna Cum Laude. Probably butchering the pronunciation, but whatever. So who actually got... Lipper Wilkinson, nice. Okay. Stefan Sheffen, whatever, is also pretty close. I don't know if you can hear my mom yelling right now, but she's yelling at the dogs. But apologies if you hear shouting. Okay, let's go back to Connecticut. Yeah, that's not gonna help.
Good stout rugs and pattens for our equine friends. Silence of Hampton Street, caring for your livestock through the worst of winter.
This makes me a bit worried.
Gentlemen dilettantes,
That the fact that there are silver figures makes me a bit worried. The Benedict Arnold missions are a set of PS3 exclusive missions. What? I'm not playing on PlayStation, I'm playing on Xbox. Okay. That's interesting. I was thinking that might be tied to the DLC for some reason, but I guess not. Well, let's try it.
How dare you call upon me after Monmouth? I have nobody else to turn to. The Culper Ring informed me that West Point's been infiltrated. I believe they intend to murder Major General Benedict Arnold.
I still do not see why you need me.
The loss of such a figure would be devastating to the cause. It must be done without my soldiers' knowledge. The mere idea of the Patriots being breached would be crippling to morale, to the war. Will you do it?
It will be done. But never call on me again.
I may have done this a little bit too soon. When Connor said Monmouth, that's actually an event that happens in sequence 10. I'm gonna hold off on doing this until I finish sequence 10 because I'm not supposed to actually do this, have access to this yet, I don't think. So, whoops. It's fine. That cutscene won't be so confusing for people if you're just doing this for the first time, but he's referencing events that happened in sequence 10. I want to head over to the frontier and see if we have any new homestead missions. Then we'll travel to Boston, see if we have anything new there, and return to the homestead.